Hello, my name is Martin Huber. I'm professor for applied econometrics and policy evaluation. So I'm Austrian. I have been a professor here in Fribourg now for 3 years, and I have to say that I really enjoy it here. So actually, as you might know, there is quite a lot of competition for professorship positions. So it's not so easy actually to get a professorship, and in my case, I have to say that I'm really happy that it worked out that I could get this professorship here at the University of Fribourg, because the city and the surroundings really match very well with my preferences. So first of all, we have, I think, a very active department here at the university, so the Department of Economics, which tries to provide both very good and dynamic teaching and also research. And on the other hand, I really like the city a lot. So first of all, in my opinion, it has the right size. So it's already big enough to have a good choice of cultural events, of bars, cafes, and restaurants. On the other hand, you have a lot of nature around, so it's also good to do sports and to do interesting things with your family. It's close to the lake, it's close to the ski resorts, close to the mountains. So therefore, geographically, I have to say I'm really happy that it turned out that I could get this position here. So I was that kind of student that on the one hand was quite ambitious during the studies, meaning that I have to say I was one of these students who usually was well prepared for exams and also enjoyed studying. On the other hand, I was also the kind of student that never missed a party. So that means, in my opinion, also social life is very important while studying. And I think if you have a good time management, you can actually succeed in both being a good student and also being a happy student who attends these social events and meets up with other students. And I think this is also a very important part of student life. Also a possibility to develop your social skills, which are helpful later in life as well, apart from the skills in your field, which you also need, of course, later on. So I enjoy spending time with my family. I have a wife and 2 daughters, and that means usually we like to spend our time outside in the nature, so we go for hikes or for walks. We also like to do inline skating, for example, in summer. And in winter, we are actually all very passionate skiers. So my wife and myself, we like to telemark, which is one particular kind of skiing. And our first daughter, who is 6 years old, likes to ski. So essentially, we're out skiing every weekend. And this is also why Fribourg is such a good place for us, because ski resorts are close here. So I would say Fribourg has a very decent choice of different restaurants to go to. So personally, I like as much having a burger, for example, in Cyclo, as I like having an entrecote in the Brasserie du Boulevard, for example, or having a fondue at the Restaurant du Théâtre. So I think I just don't want to point out particular places. I think there are many places here, and it is, I think, for any kind of food, what you want to have a very good place to live in. Yeah, so I think one quality that I have is maybe that I'm quite goal and task oriented. So yeah, when I start something, I want to finish it. And also I try to finish things in an efficient way. So I think this is a very important quality for research, right? Where in the beginning it's often very confusing to actually finally condense a general research idea into a particular research agenda. On the other hand, so one thing where I'm not that good at is patience. So if someone ever sits with me in a car in a traffic jam, then this person, and in particular my wife, can then see that I get annoyed by traffic jams quite easily. I also don't like to queue up. So this is maybe one thing where I'm not so good at, is patience. which is then maybe also a reason why when I go skiing or when we go skiing, we prefer to go to small ski resorts where there are no queues. Yeah, so I think every student needs to find her or his own way to organize the studies. You know, we are all different personalities, and each of us reacts differently to different situations. But in general, I think a good advice would be like what you do, because if you like what you do, you can get very good at it, right? So if you always feel that what you're doing is not the right thing for you, then it's maybe hard to get good at this thing. And I think here in Fribourg, in particular also here at this faculty, there's a large variety of not only study programs, but also of elective subjects which you can pick. So even if you do one study program, you can actually get a fair amount of courses from a different study subject as elective courses as well. So therefore, I would recommend to remaining open to different ideas and trying to find the things which you like to be successful in the study program, and then also later on get a job which you like.